The CU Buffs picked up some stars yesterday. This is your Denver Sports Daily for December 4th.
The biggest stories, the latest news. It's Denver Sports Daily.
College football National Signing Day was yesterday, and the CU Buffs landed some stars. With big players like Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter inevitably leaving for the NFL, CU clearly had some positions that they would like to fill, and Shedeur's position was first. Last month, they signed the 5-star QB Julian Lewis, who announced his commitment on the Pat McAfee show, which was groundbreaking. That was huge for the team. That was immediately one of those things that you just know that's going to be a game changer. That's going to bring CU to the next level. And that's also probably going to keep Deion Sanders there. If it doesn't, then I'm crazy. But that is the biggest position that they needed to fill. Now, Lewis is rated as the 6th best player in the country, entire player in the whole country, and 3rd best QB in his class. It's just incredible that CU was able to land this guy, especially when teams like Georgia, Tennessee, Texas are all looking at this player, and CU is the one that's able to land him. It's just incredible. That Deion effect, that prime effect, that's what you need to win a championship, and CU's doing it right now. They've gotten all what they needed to do with the players that they have right now. They got Peggy a bowl game. They got to a 9-3 record. They've done amazing, and now they're going to continue doing amazing with a player like this. Now, CU also got IMG 4-star defender London Merritt, who's a 6'3", 250-pound edge. Whew, big boy. He recorded 31 tackles, 4 TFLs, and 5 sacks in 2023 at Woodward Academy. And in total, CU signed 14 new players. And Coach Prime says he has no end in sight, saying he wants to attack the transfer portal as well. So there's going to be movement here. There needs to be players that come in to fill those gaps, like Shedeur and Travis Hunter, those two specifically, because they were so important to how this team succeeded this year. There's not going to be the same success next year, especially with a freshman quarterback coming in. And I hope that I can eat my words when I say that. But the way that they've succeeded this year is something that nobody expected. So with these signings, hopefully they can continue to grow and not just be successful next year, but be successful in 2 years, 3 years, something like that, where they can be contending down the road. And that's what they're looking to do with Julian Lewis. He's not expected to come out and win a national championship next year, but you know what? In a couple years, he could be that guy. So I've got a lot of hope in the few years that are coming up that CU can make a movement in the rankings and get all the way up to those top positions where they're going to be fighting for the national championship. So I'm going to be very excited to see what they can do in the transfer portal, because right now it's just getting started. Now, the Nuggets are taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight, the best team in the league, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Nikola Jokic and the Nuggets are traveling to Cleveland. They're going to play tonight at 5 p.m. Now, the Nuggets are coming into this game as 3-point underdogs off the back of their comeback win against the Golden State Warriors on Tuesday, which was just incredible if you watched it. Nikola Jokic masterclass once again. And Cleveland is coming into this game hot after a 31-point victory over the Washington Wizards. The Cavs currently have the best record in the league, sitting at 19-3, and they are also 4-0 against teams in the Western Conference. This is going to be one of the hardest matchups so far that the Nuggets have had to play, and not only because they're the best team, but because they're an Eastern Conference team. These two teams don't see each other often. They're not going to see each other often until hopefully the finals. If we could see the finals, if we could see a finals matchup between the Cavs and the Nuggets, that would feed families. That would feed my family, at least, because I would want to see that. This is going to be a big game for a lot of different reasons. If the Nuggets can come out and win this game against the best team in the league, that proves that they are up there as well. Now, if they can't, there's a problem. There's a problem. The Nuggets need to be able to compete with teams like this. They need to go out and win games like this, and not only win them, but win them handedly. They need to go out and handle the Cavs like they would any other team, like they haven't been doing all season, and that's coming with the lack of play and production from our stars like Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr. Those guys are making far too much money to not be performing at an all-star level. They need to be performing at a level to where they are looked at as all-stars. There should be 3-4 all-stars on this team right now, and right now there's only one. Nikola Jokic is leading this team in so many more ways than imaginable. It's incredible to watch. He is going out there. His point differential, his plus minus, is ridiculous compared to the rest of the teams. It's not even funny. He is so important to this team. You can't even I can't put it into words. You could see it in the Warriors game the other day when he was out in the beginning of the fourth quarter. We were down. The Nuggets were down. And then the point differential when he was on the court was plus 16. The point differential when he was off the court was minus 19. He's just so incredible. And if that doesn't scream to you most valuable player, then I don't know what will. He is easily the most valuable player so far this season. And there is going to be changes on the most valuable player list. But Nikola Jokic is easily the best player in the league and easily the most valuable player in the league. What he's doing is incredible, and you just got to respect greatness when you're watching it. And with him on the team, with him in the court, there's nobody that can beat this team, and I think that they can go out and just dominate the Cavs tonight if Nikola Jokic can play the way he's been playing all season. Now, more teams playing tonight. The Avalanche are traveling to Carolina to take on the Hurricanes tonight at 5 p.m. Now, the Avs are going to Carolina after a tremendous comeback win after the Buffalo Sabres. And when I say tremendous, I mean tremendous. They were down 4-0 early in the first period and somehow climbed their way back to win 5-4. And that comes off of our new goalie, Scott Wedgwood. Incredible play from him. Alexander Georgiev looked frustrated, not playing well at all. 4 goals on 8 shots, just wasn't good. And Scott Wedgwood came in and just took over, saved 22 shots. Exactly what you want to see from somebody who's coming onto the team and just wants to make an immediate impact. Now, the Hurricanes are currently on a 3-game losing streak, but are 1-point favorites for the game. And a win for Colorado would be big tonight, helping them close the gap between them and Dallas in the Central Division standings. Dallas has 32 points, while Colorado has 28. So if Colorado can get a win, they'd help close that up a bit and just start climbing more towards the top. Looking forward to playoffs. Now, the Broncos, they released Josh Reynolds a couple days ago, and he's already found a new team after being released. Only one day after he was waived by the Broncos, Josh Reynolds found a new home in Jacksonville. The Jaguars picking up Reynolds actually helps them as much as it helps the Broncos. Now, in a lot of ways, him leaving was a problem for the team, and him leaving was actually a good thing for the team. Bo Nix has built such chemistry with the receivers that he has out on the field with him. So him leaving doesn't really do much to that, wide receiver room. But him leaving does have a problem on the cap. But since he was picked up, the Jacksonville Jaguars also picked up his salary, meaning that the only thing the Broncos will have to pay for is his $1 million signing bonus, which will be a dead cap hit next year. Now, Reynolds also was involved in a scary nightclub shooting earlier this year and was never reactivated off of IR, even though he did return to practice on November 13th. The Broncos had until yesterday to make a decision for the rest of the season, but instead of making the decision on, putting him back on the field, they decided to release him. So it's good that he found a new team. Obviously, I'm hoping the best for him. I hope we all are. He was a great player on this team. He really had some nice words to say after he left on Twitter. He sent a very nice message to the Broncos and the entire staff and team. So great to see that he's being picked up. I hope nothing but the best for him. So we'll see how he goes right there. Now, let's see. I do want to read some of your comments today. Let's see. Tuesday was a perfect example of why the trade for Wedgwood was necessary, and Bednar confirmed it with the comments about how they needed him in the locker room too. Annunen couldn't handle it. I agree. I think Wedgwood came in and made a statement on him being better, and I'll eat my words there. I didn't like the trade at first, and I'm still not a big fan of trading away young players, and that's just my mentality there. I don't like getting rid of young players, and that's the reason I'll relate it to the Nuggets. That's the reason I don't like getting rid of players like Zeke Naji. Even though Zeke Naji doesn't play very well, he can be trained. He could have been. I like the trade now that Wedgwood performed very well, but I'm not a big fan of trading away youth. But although we did, Wedgwood performed at a high level, and I got to give him props. He was the reason we won that game. That was incredible. 22 saves after a terrible, terrible first period. Just terrible. And it really did make an impact that he was able to come in and kind of eat up those shots and just end up winning the game. But that's going to do it for your Denver Sports Daily. I'm going to be back with you guys tomorrow recapping the Nuggets and Avs. Hopefully victories. We'll see tomorrow, and I will see you guys all then. Bye.